Using your children to become an influencer. I have an Instagram page where I share play ideas as an educator, but my kids' faces are never in the photos. I don't mention their names either. So many parents with similar accounts are posting daily numerous photos and videos of their kids to thousands of followers and getting them involved in live feeds and stories. We have got a generation of kids who in 10 to 15 years' time will have their entire childhood documented online, and it will all have been done without their consent.
Edit, thank you so much for all the upvotes and awards. I am just glad to see it isn't just me, as Insta seems to be full of oversharing mums. I was beginning to think it is just me who treats my children like they are in the witness protection scheme, face with tears of joy. In my country we have this very famous couple of influencers who literally film their child all day long. Everything is documented and posted on Instagram. Now they just had a second baby, and their child, who's 2 maybe, is madly jealous, yet they keep filming him and posting videos where this child is throwing tantrums and crying because he hates his sister. I'm so disgusted by it. Just leave your child alone, let him have a normal childhood without being constantly at the center of strangers' attention. I'm so worried about both those children. Fie, I don't follow them, I don't care about them, I even blocked them so I wouldn't have to see them, but they are super famous here, so I know everything because everyone keeps talking about them. How medical professionals are expected to work unpaid as a part of their schooling, and especially that they work exhausting 12-plus-hour shifts. You'd think in a field where people's choices have immense lifetime or life or death consequences, they would be encouraged to be on the top of their game by being well rested, etc. It's idiotic how just because it's a competitive field it has to be to the point of being unsafe.
The sexualization of our youth on social media and algorithms that reward them and promote it. Unpaid internships is incredibly wrong.
I'd say the way OT is mandatory in the trades world. Grad student and unpaid intern here. My only class for this entire year has been our internship class, where we basically just meet once a week on Zoom and discuss how our internships are going. My university still charges full price tuition and has offered no discounts, despite the fact that it's all been online. So yep, I basically pay to be an intern. It fucking sucks, but at least I'm almost done.
Banks charging you fees to use your own money. This is just one among many other practices that are wrong. A random person's opinion deserves the same respect as an expert's knowledge.
This is a big one I think about all the time. It's pitiful how complete idiocy ends up being put on the same stage with evidence-based conclusions in the guise of diversity of thought.
Journalism not following anything like the rules of journalistic integrity that once literally defined the field.
They are mostly, even many of the most respected institutions, unacknowledged editorials now. Nobody even blinks when a reporter starts injecting their opinion right in the middle of a news article. That firewall used to be sacred. The two-party political system in America.
Does anyone else think it's weird that we all know that our clothes, electronics, and pretty much anything else we buy is made by sweatshop or literally slave labor, and everyone seems to be fine with that? Bragging about the good you do on social media, like documenting giving a homeless person something and filming it. Crying in front of your smartphone camera and selling out your personal hardship on social media. Basically, the whole whoring out grand scheme of things at the expense of morals and societal change.
Allowing graphic violence but disallowing anything related to sex, even mild nudity, or even things many people wouldn't even consider nudity. Somehow a quick nipple flash from a girl is the same rating as a soldier getting blown to 1,000,000 pieces. Flashing used to be illegal. Now every woman gets dicks in their DMs from strangers. People are turning dick pics into NFTs. The fact that many big corporations just don't pay taxes. It seems to be common knowledge, but no one seems to be doing anything about it.
I mean, why do we work for 5 days then have 2 days off? Why not try 4 work days and 3 days off? Or literally any other combinations.
I've tried 6 and 1 as well as 7 and 0. Would not recommend trying either of those combos. You should just be thankful to have a job, with no regard to how stressful, underpaid or hellish it is. Hurting people's feelings purely for the entertainment. My ex has entered the chat.
Prison rape.
Rape is never a joke, even towards the sickest of people. By wishing that upon another person is only becoming just as bad as them.
Bullying, it's so normal to ridicule people now, especially over the internet. I also believe a lot of schools don't tackle bullying appropriately because it's seen as normal. Letting a wiretap-listen in on OS in our homes, wie even namet it Alexa.
Smoking, if it didn't already exist, I suspect everyone would say, why would I breathe in pollution and pay for it? Sexualizing minors and even children. TikTok is almost never talked about as harming young men and women's relationships to their bodies, but just a few years ago modeling was seen as unrealistic body expectations. Also there are vids of children being taken to drag shows and having them perform, even so far as to have men putting money on the floor for them to grab. But if you talk shit on that, you're gonna be labeled a bigot. And I'm bisexual. F that shit. Edit, holy shit, someone actually called me transphobic for talking about drag and children dancing for grown men for money. This is exactly what I'm talking about. If you think pedophilia has anything to do with being trans, you're fing shit up for trans people.
Hit the subscribe button. And comment your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.